Well, welcome back to another game on the Clark and Edison Gaming Company's channel. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator at the Clark and Edison Gaming Company, and in this game we're going to play as much as I can. I have kind of a limited time this morning. In fact, I've got, let's see, maybe 45 minutes or so. So we'll just play through this game a little bit. This is the college basketball game that I've been kind of tinkering around with. I had created a long time ago the 90-91 Final Four teams, and so this is the 91 semifinal between Duke and UNLV, largely regarded as one of the greatest college basketball games of all time, and the greatest semifinal game. So 79-77 was the Duke final score in this one. And in this game, we are 1 minute in. It's 3-0. Stacey Ogman just hit a three-pointer. And so we're 1 minute in. And Duke, they got one turnover. They missed one shot. Greg Kubek missed the first shot of the game. Greg Anthony has missed a three. And that's kind of where we are. It's going to be Duke's basketball. And I'm going to maybe fumble my way through this for a minute. What you need to play, I play with 3 D10s, red, white, and blue. So I'll read red and white for the play results and also for the to see if it was a make or a miss. The blue die is for finding the player, and the D20 is, I'm going to use it for 2 different things. I'm going to use it for rebounding, and I'm going to use it for a new defensive, it's like a defense value. So if you roll that number or less on the D20 and it's a shot, then the shot is automatically missed. So I'm trying to see, and basically how I get to that number is I take the difference. So what percent of 53.5 is 40%. And then it's typically going to be anywhere from 10 to 20% difference between the offensive field goal percentage and the defensive field goal percentage. And so then I convert that to a 1 to 20 roll, which that percentage for UNLV, it's like a 25% difference between, it's 25% less than the field goal percentage for their offense. So that's 5 times 5. Each of these rolls is 5%. So 5 times 5 is 25. For Duke, the difference is about 16%. Or no, it was 12%. So I put that at a 2, just as a conservative. I don't want the defense to take over the game, but I think that defense should have some sort of value in this game. So it's going to be a lot for Duke to overcome, which it was. They were like 8.5 point underdogs, which in basketball is a lot of points. So let's get this one going. It's Duke's basketball, and we're going to read the red and white first. So a 0-2 is going to be a dunk opportunity. A 6 is greater than the 5, so we have that here. And then the dunk opportunity is going to go, it's a 2-pointer to a B rated player. So I've got all these players rated by the number of shots taken. Don't think of A, B, C, D as the quality of the player or the quality of their ability. Think of it as touches. So how many 2-pointers did this person take on this team? And an A-rated player, Bobby Hurley, took more 3-pointers than anybody on the floor. And so whenever an A3, he's got more A chances to shoot a 3. So there are 40% of the chances are going to go to an A-rated 3-point shooter. So we have a B-rated 2-point player. We have a lot of those. Maybe we have 2, Thomas Hill or Grant Hill. I'm going to give it to Grant Hill. You can choose, or you can sort of programmatically figure things out. And so I'm going to roll all these dice again. This game is quite methodical and relatively detailed. There's a lot going on here. So we got a dunk opportunity for Grant Hill. We're going to read the red and the white. So 77. He has a 1 to 52 for his 2-pointer, so he's going to miss the dunk. Maybe it was good defense. We have a rebound. If this die is a 1 to 5, which the offensive rebounding percentage is about 25% in the college game from what I can see. And so I've just set it at 1 to 5 as an offensive rebound. Anything else is a defensive board. So it's a defensive rebound, and it goes to a 10. So we look on UNLV. So they have a 10, and their rebounding is a C. So we look for a C rebounder. We got 1, 2, and we'll go ahead and give that to Greg Anthony. So we got a miss for Grant Hill and a rebound to Greg Anthony. And we come back down the floor. So for UNLV, hopefully you can see that. An 87 is going to be a steal, and then the 3, that's a steal for a B-rated steal player. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 of those, and to do this programmatically, you can just roll all 3 D10s and say they're red, white, and blue. So 3, 2, 6. So the steal goes to Grant Hill. So that's one way you could do it programmatically, as Grant Hill with the steal. And we're coming back the other way. Duke basketball. Count off 2 ticks. We're a minute and a half in. And it's still 3-0. So we got a 16. A 16 is going to be a jumper or a hook shot, but our 2 is going to be a miss. So that's going to be jump shot to a B. So we'll call that Grant Hill again, just because I want Grant Hill to miss a few. Sorry, it's personal vendetta. And then what is the rebound? The rebound is a defensive board. And that goes to defensive rebound goes to a D. We don't have any D rebounders, but we got a couple of C rebounders. So I'm gonna give it to the highest rated rebounder. I'll give it to Grandmama. So Larry Johnson with the board. We're back the other way. 49 for UNLV. That says an assist. So that's going to be an automatic 2 points for somebody. The 5 is greater than 2, so there's no defensive stoppage. So 49 is going to be an assist. And we're looking at a 3. A 3 assist man is a B. And that would be Stacy Ogman with the assist. And then we need to figure out who did he get the ball to. 10, 2-pointer, that's going to be a D. And do we have any D rated? We don't have any D rated players, so we'll say he gets it over to his buddy, Larry Johnson. So Johnson with the bucket. And that gives UNLV a 5-point lead. Uh, 22. That's going to be a jumper or a hook, but it's a 5, so that's going to be a miss. So we'll give that miss to the 6 B-rated player. We'll give that to Thomas Hill, who takes his shot at missing. And see what the board is. The board's an offensive rebound, and that goes to an A-rated rebounder, which we do have Christian Laettner on the floor, so Laettner with the offensive board. And a 0-4. So he's got a dunk opportunity. No defensive anything in the way. This is going to go to a C. So the dunk opportunity is to Kubek. I don't think it's going to go to Hurley. So the dunk opportunity is to Kubek. A 91 though. That's going to be a miss. Kubek is 1/45. Defensive board. As he gets denied, and good defense, the defensive board goes to a 4. That's an A-rated rebounder. We'll give it to Ogman, who is an A rebounder. And we're back the other way. Still 5-0. We are 2.5 minutes in. This is a 94. 94 to UNLV is a steal again. So this is going to be a B-rated stealer thief. Got a few of those. So red, white, and blue. That's going to be Bobby Hurley with the steal. A couple of steals in the game for the Dukies. $14. That's going to be a layup opportunity, maybe on a fast break on the steal. A 3, though, is going to be good defense, and so that's going to be a miss from a C-rated player. So we'll call that Kubek with the miss. He's 0 for 3. And defensive rebound goes to a D. I don't know if we have any D-rated rebounders. We don't, so we'll give it to Larry Johnson again. He's got a couple of boards, and we're going back the other way. Duke's still looking for their first points of the game. 40 is going to be a fadeaway jumper. That goes to a B-rated shooter. We got 4 of those, so let's roll this. And it's to the 1, so that's going to be Anderson Hunt. You know what? They should be switched. So that's going to go to Greg Anthony. And he's going to take the 2-point shot. 1/49 is a make, and he misses. He's 0 for 2. It's a defensive rebound. And we'll give that to Laettner. There was no D on the floor, so it goes to the... I'll just pick and choose. Sometimes I like to go to the highest rated rebounder. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, that's one way to do it. So we got Duke coming back the other way. 43. 3-pointer from the top of the key. No defensive stop. And that's going to be on a 3-pointer, a B-rated shooter. So do we have any B-rated 3-point shooters? We do. We got 3 of them. So Hill, Kubek, and Laettner. Looks like the white one. That's going to be Kubek for 3. And 11 is up and in. So Greg Kubek with a 3-point shot. And the assist goes to a C. So that could be any number. Hill, or Laettner. It's Laettner with the assist. It's now 5-3. Got an 81. 81 is a non-shooting foul. The foul is so here we look at I remember shooting fouls. So for non-shooting fouls, we have to figure out who has the ball. So I'm going to roll this d20. 1 to 4, 5 to 8, 9 to 12, 13 to 16, 17 to 20. Alright, so Larry Johnson has the ball. That means it's Greg Kubek with the foul. And that's the first personal, that's the first team. And that takes a tick off. So we're at 3.5 minutes off the clock. UNLV retains possession. That was not a shooting foul, but it does count as a possession. 31 is going to be a jumper or a hook shot, but there's a 1, so that's going to be a miss. Let's do a B-rated shooter. We'll call that George Ackles. Ackles takes the miss, a little jump hook in the lane. And the rebound is a defensive board. That goes to a B-rated rebounder. Only one of those on the floor, that's Grant Hill. So Hill gets in there and grabs his first board of the game. Duke back down the floor. 29. 29 is going to be a fadeaway jumper, and this goes to a D-rated 2-point shooter. We don't have any of those, so we're going to give it to the highest rated shooter. That's going to be Leitner. Leitner with a 38. That's up and in as he gets his first 2 of the game. And the assist comes from a 2. Do we have a C? We actually have 3 C-rated assist players. Bobby Hurley got the bulk of the assists on this team. Red, white, and blue. Blue is Grant Hill with the assist. And we head back the other way. UNLV with the ball. Tied up at 5. 43. 43 is going to be an assist, but we have a defensive stop here, so that's going to go to a B-rated 2-point shooter. We'll give that to Stacey Ogman. Actually, let's just roll for it. We got 4 of those, so it's a 1. So that's going to be Sir Greg Anthony with the miss. He's 0 for 3. And we're going back. Well, maybe. Yep. Going back the other way. The rebound goes to a D. I don't think we have any of these on the floor, so it'll be Leitner with the board. 3 rebounds early for Christian Leitner. We're at the 4-minute mark in the first half, so 16 minutes left. Every half has 20 minutes in college basketball. And let's see, we've got 1. So everybody's got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Everybody's in for 4 minutes, and let's do it. We got another dunk opportunity, but this falls within Vegas's defensive range, so that's going to be another miss. It's a 5, goes to an A, and that's Christian Leitner, who gets denied. Rebound goes to a C-rated rebounder. Got 2 of those on the floor. And it'll be Anderson Hunt with the board. Second rebound of the game for him. And UNLV takes it down the floor. Each team with a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer. Might have to remove the defense rating. I don't know if that's killing everything, but it's certainly taking away shot opportunities. It's doing what it's supposed to do. But both of these teams are better offensively than this, so we'll see. 39 is going to be another fadeaway jumper. No defensive play here, and that jumper is going to go to an A-rated shooter. That's LJ. So let's see. Johnson at 45, that's up and in. A little fadeaway in the lane. And Grandma Mom with 4 points now. The assist goes to an A-rated assist man. Should have one of those. That's Sir Anthony. UNLV opens up a 2-point lead. Back the other way. 22 is going to be a jumper and no defensive stop, so that's going to be a B-rated shooter. We got a couple of those. Thomas Hill with the jump shot. 1 to 58 to make. It's a 26. Thomas Hill up and in. That's good. With an assist from an A-rated assist man. That's going to be Bobby Hurley with his first assist of the game. Closing in on the 5-minute mark. I guess the 15-minute mark, however you want to read it. So UNLV comes back down the floor, another dunk opportunity. So maybe on a fast break. We got a 7, so that's out of the defensive range. 5 is an A, so that's Larry Johnson taking it to the rack. Oh, an 87, and he's going to miss. Defensive board goes to a 7, so that's a B-rated rebounder. Have one of those, so we'll just get it to Leitner again. No problem with Leitner having a lot of rebounds. We'll massage it if we start to see too many. Alright, 64. 64 is going to be a shooting foul. So, shooting foul, taking the shot is 7. That's a B-rated shooter. So we got a couple of those. So taking the shot is going to be Grant Hill. That means the foul is on Stacey Ogman. So I usually give the foul to the guy who's guarding the guy, because you can switch and move them around and guard whoever. So Grant Hill going to the line for 2. 71. First shot is missed, just a 61% free throw shooter, and he makes the second one. So, Duke takes a 1-point lead. We are just past 15 minutes. We're at 14 and change, and back the other way comes Las Vegas. 0-7, another dunk opportunity. This one goes to a C-rated 2-point shooter. None of those on the floor. We do have 4 B-rated shooters, so let's see. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So George Ackles with the dunk opportunity. It's a 96, and he's going to miss. So Ackles 0 for 2. A rebound, defensive rebound goes to a C-rated rebounder. We got a few of those. We got 3. And the rebound is going to go to Bobby Hurley. As that dunk comes flying off the back of the rim, and Hurley grabs it for the board. First rebound of the game for Hurley. And we are at 14 and a half minutes left in this first quarter. It's 8-7. A 64. That's going to be another shooting foul. Taking the shot is a B-rated shooter. Got a couple of those. And it's going to be Grant Hill, another foul on Stacey Ogman. That's his second. Bring in Everett Gray. So it's a dead ball because of the shooting foul. So we'll bring in Everett Gray. Gray, a backup player. And he's a forward. So he'll guard Grant Hill. Hill goes to the line for 2. Again, just a 61% free throw shooter. He misses the first. And he misses the second one. Wow. So 2 misses. Grant Hill, a freshman in this season. It's going to be a defensive board that's going to go to a B-rated rebounder. And that will be George Ackles. Ackles' first board of the game, and back the other way is UNLV. 53. That's going to be a 3-pointer from the corner. No defensive play there. So 3-pointer from the corner, that's going to be from an A-rated 3-point shooter. That will be Anderson Hunt, who floats out to the corner. And he's a 1 to 40. 40% free or 3-point shooter, and he's going to drain this one. Nothing but the bottom of the net. That assist comes from, we'll say the assist comes from Greg Anthony as he drives and kicks. And it gives UNLV a 3-point lead. Second assist of the game for Greg Anthony. We're 6 minutes into this one, so 14 minutes left. In the first half, UNLV with a 10 to 8 lead. A 0-5, that's going to be a dunk opportunity, but a 5 is a defensive play made. And so a C-rated shooter, that'll be Greg Kubek with another miss as he gets in and gets defended. The rebound goes to an A-rated rebounder. Let's see if we have one of those. We do. Grandmama with the board. That's his third rebound. Inside of 14 minutes now. UNLV with the ball. A 28. That is going to be a jumper or a hook shot. Depends on who's taking the shot. It's a D-rated shooter. Don't have any D-rated shooters, so let's give that to Larry Johnson. A little hook in the lane. Yeah, let's see if he can make it. He's a 1 to 70 to make. 25 is up and in. As Larry Johnson now was 6. He was mostly non-existent for a while. I even watched an interview where he said he was dogging it in this game. He thought they had it in the bag, and he was thinking about other things, and he said he didn't even try to turn it on really until the end of the game. So there's that. I totally understand. Like, he was going to be like top 3 pick in the draft, right? So an 8 for an assist is going to go to a C rated assist man. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then it goes to Anderson Hunt. Hunt's first assist. We got a 61, but this is going to be a defensive play made. So how do you deal with that? I'm not going to deal with it all. I'm going to let it be an AM1. Okay, a 61, that's going to be an AM1. That's going to go to an A-rated shooter. So that's Christian Laettner under the boards at the rim, and he puts it up and in for a bucket. He is fouled by George Ackles. Ackles' first foul. And we have the free throw. 1 to 80. Laettner, excellent free throw shooter. So he puts that in for a 3-point play. Draws Duke with him 1. I was going to keep track of minutes and stuff, but I don't think I'm going to do that here. Just going to play. All right, UNLV with the ball, 72, coming down the floor. That's a shooting foul. And taking the shot is going to be one of 3 players. Both can't be doing the same one. So George Ackle taking the shot. He gets hacked underneath. He's going to go to the line for 2. So that's Laettner's first foul. Ackles just a 59% free throw shooter. He makes the first. Second one is up and in. That extends the UNLV lead to 14-11 over Duke. We are 4, 5, 6 minutes in to this one, and coming into inside of 12 minutes, or inside of 14 minutes, sorry. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm sorry, 7 minutes into this one. So we are inside 13 minutes. A 0-5 is going to be a dunk opportunity, but again, the defense made here. So 2 C-rated player, that's going to be Kubek again. Kubek is just getting denied. He's taking a lot of shots. And the board is an offensive board, and that's going to go to 7. So offensive board to a B-rated rebounder. That's Grant Hill working the offensive boards. And in basketball, it's generally understood that a possession does not change until on an offensive board. So don't mark off a possession on an offensive board. 67 is another shooting foul. This goes to a C-rated shooter. That's Kubek. Kubek's revenge. Actually, it could be Kubek or Hurley. It's Hurley. Driving to the basket. He gets hammered. And he's going to go to the line. Greg Anthony with his first foul. So an 83 is a miss for Hurley, and an 8 is a make. So misses the first, makes the second. That brings Duke back within 12 and no rebounds. .82, that's going to be a non-shooting foul. And let's see who had the ball. 1 to 4, 5 to 8. So Anderson Hunt gets fouled by Thomas Hill. Hill's first foul. And that'll be, they've got 3 team fouls. And UNLV's got 4 team fouls. .89 is going to be a steal, and that'll be to an A-rated thief, which that's Christian Leitner with the steal. Going back the other way, 72 is a shooting foul. That's going to be on George Ackles. That's his second foul. And going to the line is Christian Leitner. 66 is good. 29 is good. So Christian Leitner now with 2, 4, 7 points. And coming back the other way is UNLV. Let's do a score check. So 3, 4, 7, 9, 11, 12, 14. 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay. Good to go there. Every once in a while I like to do a score check just because sometimes I might forget. A 78 is going to be a shooting foul, and that's going to go to 10. D-rated shooter, I don't think we have any of those. So next worst is Everett Gray. So Gray will go to the line. He's fouled by Grant Hill. Hill's first foul. And we are at 8 minutes into this one. Nobody's in foul trouble, but let's go ahead and get somebody else into the game here. I think Lang was getting significant minutes. I was watching the broadcast. I watched the first half of the game yesterday. And I think I remember watching it back in the day, like live. 53, that's going to be good for Everett Gray. And a 49 is good, so he puts them both in. Gray with 2 points. And that is a 16-14 lead. We got a 36. 36 is a three-pointer from the corner. That's going to come from a B-rated three-point shooter. That would be Thomas Hill or Christian Leitner. It's going to be Christian Leitner. So from the corner, Leitner sets up. .74 is going to be a miss. He's a 34% three-point shooter. So that's going to be a miss. Defensive rebound goes to a C-rated rebounder. And that will be one of 3 people. Red, white, and blue. Everett Gray with the rebound. That's his first board of the game. Just under 12 minutes left in this one. 16-14 is our score. A 95 for UNLV is going to be a turnover. Let's see who turns it over. That'll be George Ackles with the turnover, as he loses the ball out of bounds. And that'll be UNLV ball, or Duke basketball. Duke hanging around in this one. I believe it was like 41-41 at the half or something. So we got Duke with the basketball. A 52 is going to be a three-pointer from the left side. 6 is an A-rated three-point shooter. That's going to be Bobby Hurley, as he gets the ball on the left wing. An 88, though, that's going to be a miss. And the rebound goes to a C-rated rebounder. So we got a few C-rated rebounders. It's going to be Greg Anthony, as he grabs it off the back rim. Long rebound from the three-pointer. Hurley with a miss on the three. 16-14 is our score. This is a dunk opportunity, and that's going to go to a B-rated shooter. So we got 3 of those. So it's actually Anderson Hunt. We'll call it dunk / layup. A 45, that's going to be up and in. We'll just give him the dunk. Why not? So Anderson Hunt with the bucket. He's 2 for 2. The rebound, or the assist, goes to a C. We got 3 of those. So LJ with the assist. And Anderson Hunt puts UNLV up by 4. 0-3 coming back the other way with their own dunk layup opportunity is a B-rated shooter. I'm going to give that to Grant Hill because I just want to see Grant Hill go through the air. 49, that's up and in as Grant Hill flushes it. He's got 3 points. The assist goes to Bobby Hurley. 2 assists in the game. And back the other way is UNLV. 21. 21 is going to be a layup chance. That goes to a C-rated shooter. That's Everett Gray on the baseline. And he's going to lay it up and in for a bucket. Offense starting to open up just a little bit. I think that's right. 20-16. And the assist goes to a C-rated assist man. It's one of 3. So red, white, and blue. George Ackles with the assist. His first of the game. And we are at about 10.5 minutes left. 15 to Duke is going to be a layup opportunity. That's going to go to a B-rated shooter. So a couple of those on the floor. And it's going to be Thomas Hill down the lane with the layup opportunity. A 22 is up and in as he gets to the rim and puts it in. And the assist goes to a C-rated assist man. There's a couple of those. And that will be Leitner with the assist. Second assist of the game for Christian Leitner. 10 minutes and 15 seconds left in the half. 20-18 is our score, and 80 is going to be a non-shooting foul. And 1-4, 5-8. So Everett Gray is fouled. That'll be a foul on Grant Hill. That's his second. And the 5th team foul. I can't remember what the rules were on the team fouls. Let's get a sub in here. Brian Davis comes in for Grant Hill just to give him a little breather. $20-18 is our score, I believe. We'll tally it up at halftime, and if we can make it to halftime, we'll see. I don't know if I'll make it to halftime or not. Probably not. I got about 5 more minutes left, and then I gotta go. So we got a 20, and a 20 is going to be a layup opportunity. That goes to Grandmama. He's at the rim, and he lays it up and in. Johnson with 2, 4, 6, 8 points. And we're at 9 minutes and 45 seconds. The assist goes to Greg Anthony. 3rd assist of the game. The Dukie's back the other way. 58. That will be a 3-pointer from the right side. That's from a B-rated 3-point shooter. We got a couple of those on the floor. Thomas Hill or Christian Leitner. It'll be Thomas Hill with the 3. He's a 40% 3-point shooter. His whole team, pretty good. 55, though, is going to be a miss. That's a defensive rebound that goes to an A-rated rebounder. That's Larry Johnson. Johnson with his 4th board. He has not had any issues in this game. He's been playing well. You know, they had like 10 offensive rebounds in the first half of this game. They really dominated in those ways. I think it's 22-18. So Larry Johnson with the 25. That's going to be a jumper or a hook shot from a B-rated shooter. So we got 3 of those. Red, white, and blue. That's going to be Greg Anthony pulls up. He's a left-handed shooter. He pulls up on the jumper. 76 is going to be a miss, though, as he hits it off the back iron. He is 0 for 4. $166. So 83 times 2, 166 is going to be the it's going to be the total. So 83 is going to be our halftime possession. Forgot to mark that. So Greg Anthony with a shot. That's going to be a defensive rebound that goes to an A-rated rebounder. That's Christian Leitner on the floor right now. So Leitner with the board. That's rebound number 5 for him. And back the other way we go. A 43. That's a 3-pointer from the top, but that's going to be missed because of the team defense here. So, team defense. That's a shot from a C 3-point shooter. Davis takes the 3 and misses. And coming back the other way, defensive rebound goes to an A-rated rebounder. That's Johnson again. That's his 5th board. And we are at the 8-minute mark. That's all right. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got 9 minutes left in the half. A 35 is going to be a fadeaway jumper that goes to Larry Johnson. '61, Grandmama. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points here in the first half. The assist goes to Sir Greg Anthony. That's the 4th assist of the game for him. And let's play one more Duke possession, and then I think I gotta go. We'll play one more Duke possession. It's 24-18, and I'll just go and double check that score when I set this apart. So 14 is going to be caught by the defense. So that's going to be a C-rated shooter. Got a couple of those. And that's going to be Bobby Hurley with a layup contested, and he's going to miss that layup. And the rebound goes to an A-rated rebounder, so that's Larry Johnson again, who contests the layup, turns around and grabs the board. So that will be UNLV's ball with the, so that would be the 8-minute mark. So we got about 8.5 minutes left in the first half. It's 24-18. You can see that the game crawls along pretty slowly, but it's interesting and there's detail. And from what I've seen, there aren't a lot of like super detailed college basketball games out there. And some people might say, there's no flow here. And I think you're right. There is not very much flow here. But, gosh, basketball on the tabletop is just, if you want any kind of detail, there's just no flow to a basketball game. Unless the game just tells you every single thing that happens, there's no flow in a basketball game on the tabletop, from what I can tell. So I think that's just what you get. Although it's pretty accurate. I mean, 24-18, that's a pretty good score. So we got 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 11, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 for Duke, 5, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 for UNLV. So I've done a good job of keeping score. But this game has no name. You can see that I got the 2 other teams, so the Jayhawks and the Tar Heels. So that was your Final Four from 1991 in the Final Four. My goal would just be to do Final Four teams. So it doesn't take a lot to do the cards, but you can see that the game takes forever. I can't even imagine if you wanted to do a full season replay, it'd take you 3 years to finish. And I think most of us in college basketball are generally interested or remember like Final Fours, tournament teams. Sweet 16 is probably even too much to play. Where can you get this game if you wanted to try it? You can go to the Facebook group, and I've released the 2023-24 season. So I have the Final Four from this last one, so it's Purdue, Alabama, UConn, and somebody. I don't remember the other team. But they're there. You can, if you join the Facebook group, you can go to the files section, or if you're already a member of the Facebook group, you can go to the files section and download the files. You get everything that you need. So you get the team cards. That's one sheet. So you got 4 on a sheet. Then you got all the player cards. I haven't printed every single one. I just printed the first sheet, and that gives you, more than enough. You got a bunch of subs here, and there might be like 2 or 3 guys on the second sheet if you just want to make sure you have them. But your main players are all going to be on the first sheet. They're rated here A, B, C, and D. That is by how many touches or how many times they did whatever it is, right? So how many 2-point shots against the team total did this person shoot? So you can look here. Hurley was shooting all the 3s. Thomas Hill, Grant Hill, you can see is a B rated, and Christian Leitner. Those are going to be your options, really, your best options for shooting 2-point shots. Antonio Lane got some shots. Greg Kubek is a C rated shooter, and Bobby Hurley is a C rated shooter for 2-pointers. You've got their percentages here, so if you're shooting a 2-point, 3-pointer, free throw, you can see their actual percentages here, which it's a 1 to 100 roll, so it's kind of easy to see that anyway. And you get their, Thomas Hill 12 points, 4 boards a game, 11, 2, and 7 for Hurley. Grant Hill averaged 11 points, 5 boards. Christian Leitner, 20 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists a game. Grandmama, 23 and 11 a game. He's halfway there with the rebounds. He's halfway there with everything at this point. George Ackles, 8.6 boards. He's got 2 points and 1 board at this point. Greg Anthony, 12 points, 9 assists a game, 17 and 3 for Anderson Hunt. Hunt's got 5. Anthony's got 0. So we'll see if they kick it in the second half. And then I've added in this little defensive rating to see if that's going to make very much difference. I had a couple of like real high scoring halves with some of the newer, the 2023-24 teams, and I'm wondering if we need some sort of a defensive stop. Maybe just putting a 2 across the board just for defense. But I wanted it to be defense specific to your team. So their field goal percentage on defense, quite a bit, 4.5%, less than even Duke's defense. So UNLV, they were a dominant team, so they should be dominant in this one. All right, we'll come back and finish up this game at some point, and I'll keep working on it online, maybe a little bit offline, and we'll see if we can make it through it and see what the final score would be. So this is Duke UNLV from 1991 in the Final Four. And again, you can get this game and play it. It's free. It's a free download in the files section at the Clark and Addison Gaming Facebook group. So if you're on Facebook, you can get that. If you're not on Facebook but you still want to try it, just let me know and I'll send you the demo files. You can email me at clarkandaddisongaming.com or clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com, or you can go to clarkandaddisongaming.com and you can click on the contact form and send in a contact form. Just say, hey, I saw your video on the college basketball game. I would be interested to play, and just let me know if that's what you want to do. And just give it a try. I've got game instructions, so I don't have those printed out here, but there's some basic game instructions. You get all the players, and again, that would be for the 2023-24 Final Four, but I would just be doing historical Final Fours as well as, ones that just happened. So let me know what you think. Is this a non-starter of a game? Is it too many moving parts? And I just don't know how it should go, really. I mean, I think that the game plays fine. And I think that your statistics are going to be pretty accurate, which is good, but it's a grind of a game. Easier to play than ABBA, but not as easy to play as some other newer games on the market. But it also doesn't cut as many corners either. There's no fast action cards or anything, so if you like dice, this is a good dice game. 3 D10s and a D20, just like Precision Baseball. So check it out, and let me know if you want to play. If after all this you're still watching, congratulations to you. So it's UNLV 2418. We are about we're about 8.5 minutes from halftime. So whatever, there's about 8.5 minutes left in the half. So we'll finish this game up at some time, but I gotta go. All right, if you haven't subscribed, click on subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, please don't downvote it. There's nothing wrong with the video itself. If you didn't like the game, just say that in the comments. Don't downvote it. I understand that this game may not be for everybody, but I'm just trying to figure out a way to get into the college basketball game, and I think this would be a really interesting and different take on college basketball. Maybe something that would be good for everybody to try out. Don't know. Maybe so, maybe not. But definitely getting the names and getting the players onto the table is really what I'm hoping for. And you really get a feel for like each player. You get a little bit of stat line. And these are per game statistics, by the way. And then, you just get to see them with their team colors. And I don't have the Carolina group printed out, but that's Rick Fox and some others who played over there. And then Kansas with a bunch of no-name guys that I don't even remember whenever I see them. But they got into the Final Four as well. All right. I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.